I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Giants going up against the Redskins.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. First and 10, Webb. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Kamalei Correa in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Out of the gun, it's Webb. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Now Webb. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he trucked him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go. Green, 30. Gone. Hurry up, right now. Lucky 56.
Webb to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. Second and 10. Webb. And his throw here is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
A play fake. Now Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So that's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
I got tripped this side. We got 3. All right, here we go.
2nd down, Peterman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Peterman. Well, that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
3rd down now following the run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
From the gun on 3rd down. Webb finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st down, it's Webb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Webb. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal from the 5. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third and long, it's Peterman. And Robinson with a big catch. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson, 79 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sua Cravens leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, Webb. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing after the interception. Webb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
To throw again. Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick. For a Redskins touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 48-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down. On the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. 3-19. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Webb now from the gun. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. Here's the punter Gay now to send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Peterman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Peterman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Down throw. Webb. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Eluding the pressure right. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Webb. Got his man complete over the middle. That's low. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Off play action, it's Webb. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Webb. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down. Webb. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
Off play action. Webb. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Giants on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Webb. His throw caught at about the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they're operating in the red zone.
Detroit! 3-19! Watching that party! Here we go!
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Webb. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. Here's the punter Gay now to send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked. Down at the 21-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
3-19!
They go play action with Peterman. Going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bucky Hodges, 79 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. From the gun, it's Peterman. And this will be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and 10. Webb. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sideline. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
No, check, Patriot, Green, 39. No, check, Patriot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webb. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Giants on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is third and 10. Webb now. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll be first down Giants. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So the offense has it first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing again on second and 10. Webb. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Red zone opportunity.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards to go here on second down. Webb to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I think someone's going to get him the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Third down, Webb, and this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
operating from the gun. Webb. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now they try the right side here. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Webb. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the bootleg. Webb. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Webb. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kamalei Correa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Now. Check. Patriot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now Webb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again. Webb. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Green 39! Green 39!
And the wideout in motion. Throwing again. Webb. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, Webb. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Webb. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 3rd down, Peterman setting up the screen to Pirine. And he gets it down to the 32. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Redskins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On first down, it's Webb. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 55 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again, Webb. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is.
Bye.